What's up guys, it's Kalyn Sarai, and for today's video I decided to do a talk through makeup video because I've been requested to do one of these many times. So I'm trying to achieve this Instagram baddie makeup look. As you can see, I got the two French braids going, and yeah, so just gonna see what we come up with. I kind of know what I'm going for, but I'm gonna kind of switch it up a little bit. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm first gonna spray my face with the Mario Badescu Skincare Facial Spray. Yeah, and then we're gonna move on to eyebrows. So I start by brushing them out with a spoolie, as always, because it's really hard to like do your brows if they're not like brushed out or anything. So that's what I'm doing, and I just like to use the e.l.f. spoolie. A lot of my brushes are either from BH or e.l.f. Because they're just so good quality and inexpensive brushes, so I think they're just great. As a brow primer, I'm using the Benefit Bravo. And I got this from Ulta for like a free gift or something. So I'm not even sure how much they retail for, but this is like a mini sample of it. And honestly, I like it. It's a little different, I like the concept of it because I don't really know if another makeup company has something like this. So yeah. So after I do that, I'm just gonna brush through them again. Like there's a hair on my lip. Like, do you ever get that feeling that there's a hair on your lip when you do your makeup, or even like when you're just going about life and you just feel that thing, like I don't know, I'm weird. Okay. So I'm taking Anastasia. I'm taking my Anastasia Dip Brow, and I use the shade Dark Brown or Deep Brown. Is it Dark Brown or Deep Brown? Dark Brown. Sorry. And like I say in all of my beauty videos and tutorials, like this video if you want a brow tutorial, because I feel like I don't really go in depth, and like outside of my YouTube is when I get a lot of questions on how I do my brows. I don't really get questions on YouTube, but like friends and strangers I see out in public, they always ask me like what I use in my eyebrows, and so I was just wondering if that's something that I should film a video on. What is all this texting going on? Like, I have tons and tons of group chats in my phone. Like, it's so funny. This eyebrow is always the hardest to do for me just because my eyebrows are weird. Like, they grow in like different ways. Like, it's weird. I have the weirdest shaped eyebrows, but it's always hard matching this one. And like even now, like I feel like these eyebrows are a little too harsh. So I do like soften them up and things like that. So this is not the finished result. So then I outline my eyebrows with some concealer, and I just use any like random concealer. Just as long as it's like kind of a brightening concealer, not brightening, but as long as it's a little bit lighter than your skin tone, your face, so that you can really see that highlighted effect. That's what I like. So after I outline them, I just blend it out with like a regular small brush. I use this brush to blend out a lot of my concealer. I just set my brows, and I just use a dark brown eyeshadow. I'm using a dark brown eyeshadow from my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. This just gives off the illusion that you have thicker brows. My eyebrows are already like super thick. Like, I don't really struggle with trying to do thick brows or whatever, but I just like the illusion of thicker brows. And just to like make that fading effect on the inside, I'm just gonna add some concealer to the front part, like so. And I'm taking a spoolie and just blending that out. We're going to move on to the eyes. So as my base, I feel like I have a hair on my lip still. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, as my base for my eyeshadow, I'm using the Hard Candy Glamouflage concealer, and I literally just put like a little dots onto my eyes, and I just take this brush and I blend that out. Okay, so then now I'm setting that cream product that I just put on my eyelids just with like a white eyeshadow. I'm just using this white shadow from the Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. I think it's called White Chocolate. Wouldn't be surprised if it was called White Chocolate because it goes hand in hand. And I'm just focusing that like not underneath the brow bone. I'm just trying to focus that like from the lid all the way up to the crease. Because like I feel like it just makes everything too white if you go all the way up. So I don't want it to be that frosty. But I just want to set everything from the crease down. And now for like the main event of eyeshadows, we're going to be using the 35 palettes. The Morphe 35O palettes. And so I'm just taking the 35O matte first. And I'm taking a crease brush and I'm just going to be working onto my transition shade first. So I'm going to be taking this color here. And I'm going to work that into my crease as a transition shade. So I'm kind of blending it a little higher than I normally would for a crease shade. And that's basically what a transition does. It just creates that nice fading between the eyeshadows. So I kind of need you guys' help with something. I know that like I make videos about beauty, like I post a lot of makeup tutorials, things like that, but I don't want my channel to solely be like around makeup tutorials, even though that's something that I'm pretty passionate about. But I want there to be a little bit of variety on my channel. And so I have been trying to like do talking videos, and I've been like kind of trying to come up with different ideas that I could do that involves like lifestyle and things like that. And so talking about my college experience, my freshman experience at Hampton, I was very nervous to post that. One, because I didn't think that it would be like people would watch it. Two, it was very personal, so I did not know if I wanted to post that and, you know, let everybody in on what I went through. And I was just really nervous about it. I'm not really used to like doing videos like that. And so I really had to like think, like I've had it filmed for a while before I posted it. But I like ran it through one of my good friends from Hampton, like whether I should post it or not. And she said that I should. And so I really posted it for my sake and for me to look back on. I really didn't think that people would watch it, but that's probably one of my most popular videos on my channel as of right now. It's got like a pretty good amount of views. So I don't know if you guys like that I make talking videos, and if you guys want me to like make any videos about like advice on college or anything like, you know, that could help you guys out, let me know, because I'll definitely do that. Like I don't mind doing that. So now I'm going into my 35O shimmer palette. I'm going to be taking this shade. Wait, is it the shade? Yeah. So this shade right here, and put it to the center of my lid. Concentrating this just on the center will help make your eyes look a lot bigger and pop more. Hope you guys can hear me over my AC. It's just really hot, so we'll see. On the outer halves, not outer halves, on the inner part of the lid and outer half of the lid, we're going to be using this shade right here. So we're going to concentrate that like not on the center, basically. Now we're going to go back into the 35O matte palette. We're going to take that first transition shade that we use a little bit, and we're going to again apply that to the crease to make sure that everything is blended nicely. Okay, so now I'm taking a pencil brush and I'm just going to work this color, where is it? This one here. I'll work this color into my crease a little bit deeper and just to add a little bit of dimension. And I'm using a, what is this? A pencil brush to do so. As you can see, I'm keeping this look a lot bronzy. A lot bronzy, a little bit more bronzy than normally what I do. So we're gonna be lining our upper lash line. That's what I meant. Focus. And I'm just using a liquid liner. We're gonna wing it out, of course, because you know Instagram baddies always have that winged eyeliner. I don't know what it is, but my left side is always the hardest to do. with my eyes and my eyebrows. Like, it's just so difficult. Like, why? So now I'm applying mascara. This is just the Makeup Forever Smoky Extravagant Mascara. Now we're about to apply our lashes. So I'm just going to be using my favorite lashes, like literally. These are the Ardell Natural 102 Demis. Ugh, I hate when I put on mascara and then I just feel like my lash is sticking together. So I feel like it's hard to apply lashes without tweezers. Some people can do it like with their hand, which, wow, is great. But I used to have these like lash how do you say it? Lash applicators, but they broke. So now I gotta settle with tweezers. Sometimes I can use my hand too. It's just sometimes I can't. To apply my lashes, I don't use lash glue. I use hair glue. This is a tip that I got from Miss Aaliyah J on YouTube. If you don't watch her, you're not living, like, at all. But yeah, I got this tip from her because I hate having to wait for the lash glue to get tacky and things like that. Like, it just takes too long, and then if you wait too long for it to like get tacky, like they don't apply, it's just the worst. So with these, you can just apply them. So now I'm just like pressing, kind of pushing the band into my lashes to just make sure that it's sticking, because sometimes like it tricks you and you think that it's sticking when really it's not. So especially like the inner corners, those like to lift up the most. So I'm really just trying to press that in. So again, push the band. I just think that it takes a lot less time with hair glue, but it's personal preference. I say don't knock it till you try it, because even me, I was just like, hair glue? Like, what? Is it gonna rip off my eyelashes? Like, I was so nervous, but my lashes are fine. They're still intact, so I haven't noticed anything. But if you're too scared to do it, it's okay, you don't have to do it. But I just think that it applies so much easier. So then of course you want to make sure that you're squeezing the lashes together to help blend. That just helps with the blending process. And I feel like with hair glue, it's just a lot easier to reuse your lashes and take the glue off, because it just like rips off super easy. But again, that's personal preference. I recommend that you try it. Don't knock it till you try it. I know it seems a little scary, but it's good. So I'm moving on to priming my face, and to prime, I'm using the Benefit Professional, and I like this primer. Like I said in my last video, I think that was like my haul video, I said I want to try it out a little bit more before I like really give you an opinion. I like it a lot. I feel like my makeup just applies a lot easier and smoother. So yeah, I'm sorry you guys can see my bra straps, but I'm a girl, I wear a bra. Don't we all, if we're girls? I mean, I sometimes go without a bra, that's fun, but for the most part we all wear them. So I'm gonna color correct a little bit. A little underneath my eyes, and then on dark spots, you know the drill, guys. And some people say they don't really notice a difference when doing this step. I can tell you that I definitely do notice a difference. So this is why I like to do it, but again, it's personal preference. So if you don't notice a difference and you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. But for me, I like it. I know it looks super crazy right now. It's just so funny. Like, this whole step makes me laugh sometimes because I'm like, I look crazy. Really, gardeners? Forgot it's Thursday. The gardeners come on Thursday. Forgot that. So I'm taking my CoverGirl foundation And I just put 3 squirts, pumps, whatever you want to say, whatever you call it, on the back of my hand. And now I'm just dotting this all over my part. Down the neck, you cannot forget the neck. So I'm taking a damp beauty sponge. This is my, what's it called? Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. And we're just going to be pouncing that into the skin. Then I just have to make sure that everything is blended, so I go over it with a flat top brush. This one is from BH Cosmetics. You guys know how much I love their brushes. Make sure you're blending your foundation into your hairline, things like that. So now we're going to go in with our concealer. So I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Fawn. I'm using this concealer just to help cover up more of that orange corrector that we used. Because sometimes, like, underneath the eyes, the orange corrector is not really covered as best. So I use this for that purpose. And Dr. Purple Airliner. I'm just using the sponge again, just to really get in there. Okay, and now we're going to highlight. So I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color Cool Tan, and so I'm using this as my highlighting concealer. So again, I'm going to be placing that underneath my eyes, on my chin, on the bridge of my nose, on my cupid's bow, again I'm taking that same sponge just to blend out. Now we're going to contour. So I'm taking the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Dark Cocoa, and I'm going to use this to contour. So I'm going to contour my nose first. As you guys already know, these concealers are my favorite. I use them all the time, at least one a day. Well, let me not say one a day. One when I'm doing my makeup. Every day that I do my makeup, I'm using at least one. So now I'm just going to place that on the hollows of my cheeks as well. And I'm also going to be placing this on my forehead. And on my temples as well. I'm just taking an angled brush. This is from Alexis Batar, and I'm going to blend out my nose contour. I'm taking this brush, this big fluffy brush from BH, to blend out this contour here. And then blend out this contour. In previous videos that I don't bake anymore, and that is true, I really don't. But for today's video, I am going to, just because I really want for this look that really highlighted effect. So, you know, Instagram baddies, they've got that very nice highlighted look going. So I'm just taking my sponge and I'm going into my Sasha Buttercup powder and just placing this underneath my eyes first. Placing that onto my chin. Also placing that underneath my contour. Onto my forehead at the center. Such a messy process. So I want that extra highlight, so I'm also going to go in with the NYX HD Photo Finish powder. I have my cap here. So we're going to just get to that extra. I really can't inhale this powder because I'll end up sneezing and like not being able to breathe. The other one, the Sasha one, it's good. this one. Oh my god. And we're just gonna let that sit for like a minute to 2 minutes. We're going to now sweep everything away with a powder brush. Yeah, we don't want that to bake on our face for too long, or we didn't want it. I get tongue-tied on words, so sometimes I don't even know what to say or what I'm saying if I'm saying something in the moment. That's my life, literally. So now we're going to be setting our contour, and I'm going to go in with this BH contour palette. It's probably one of my favorites because it's just great, you know? So we're going to go in with these 2 shades here, the last shades. I literally broke this mirror. Like, I broke the back part. I don't even know where that part is. And then the front part, which is like the close-up. Yeah, I failed. I need to get a new one, but who has the time to go out to get a mirror? Not me. So you know how those Instagram baddies have like those super strong contours? So that's what I'm kind of going for, super strong contour. And I'm just going to quickly use this brush again just to make sure everything's nice and blended. We're not going to blend too much because you want that strong contour, remember? Alright, so we're taking that nose contour brush that I normally use with that same contour shade combo that we did. And we're just going to be running it along where we put the cream contour, and this is going to just set it so we have that nice contoured nose, you know. For blush, going into the BH Glamorous blush palette. For blush, I'm going to be using this blush here, this one right there, and just swirling my brush in it. These blushes are very pigmented, so you want to be careful with this. For highlight, I'm using the Carly Bible palette. I'm going to be taking a mix of mine's a little raggedy looking, so don't ignore that maybe. Okay, so I'm taking a mix of these 2 highlighter shades just to create that nice mix of bronze and champagne and stuff. I don't want to do like a super highlighted, but I am gonna highlight. I'm just highlighting a little bit, so as you can see, like the highlight is popping a little, you know. This shade here, and we're gonna highlight our nose with that. Really gonna be using my finger. See, as you can see, it's super pigmented. We're going to move right back up into the eyes, just because I feel like my foundations and concealers kind of started to cover up my wings a little bit. I'm gonna go over my wings. Just make sure they're super extra black. Now I'm going to use my ColourPop cream liner and taking a eyeliner brush, and we're going to be lining our waterlines with this. Now we're going to go into that 35O shimmer palette. So that first lid shade that we used in the center, we're going to put onto the inner corner. So what I'm doing now is I'm just like touching up like the eyeshadow of the coral, not coral, but like bronze in the inner thing, just to make sure that we don't get rid of that and everything like that. Now we're going to be doing our bottom mascara. I love to use the Mega Plush mascara from Maybelline on the bottom lashes, just because it's like a different formula than most mascaras, so it's like very soft. I just like the way that it applies. I'm using this MAC lip pencil. I wish I knew what the name of this lip pencil is. I don't know. I can't find it on the MAC website. I believe it's in the color Copper. If they have a lip pencil called Copper, I believe that's what it's called, but it's just like a burnt brick red color that I really like. So we're gonna line our lips with that. Now we're gonna rub our lips together to like blend it inwards to the lips. for the last step, we're going to spritz our face again with our Mario Badescu facial spray to just lock in all that makeup. So that was my Instagram baddie look, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you love my makeup tutorials, and yeah, make sure to follow me on all my social media, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.